Hi, beefy dog. Are you thirsty? Do you need some water? Yep. That's it? Beefy dog, that's it? You need some more water. Vicky's here. Vicky said hi, Worthy. Hi, Vicky. Welcome in, Vicky. Thanks for coming. Relaxing Music said hey, Stabworthy and Beefy Dog. Oh! Look how excited this doggy is. Beef Dog, you're just being totally ridiculous. You're just being totally ridiculous right now. Throw this away. Hey, Beefy Dog. Hey, Beefy Dog. Hey, good girl. You peed on it. What are you doing? It's not even grass. It's just dirt. It's a patch of dirt. What are you doing? It's a rock. You better not be eating rocks. You goofy dog. You better not be eating rocks. Vicky said, go girl. Oh, you peed on it again. Good girl. Good girl, beefy dog. Thank you. Hey, you walk with me, beefy dog. If you're not walking with me, then you're walking against me. Hey, we got 2 thumbs up. Thank you, everyone, for the 2 thumbs. No, we're going to get you a drink of water, okay? Okay, beefy dog. Look, the water's on. The water's on. It's for you. Drink it. Good girl. Good girl. That's it? That's it for you? Good girl. Tia said, hey, worthy dude. Hey, Tia, dude. What's up? Ugh. I did make a return, and I called the place yesterday. I had to return some electronics that don't work. Well, they stopped working within 24 hours of me buying them. Um, so yeah, I called them last night, and I was like, hey, this piece of shit that I bought from you is broken already. And then they were just like, yeah, go to the website. All returns are through the website, and then you'll just take a picture of it, and then we'll give you your money back. Okay. So in essence, I could just buy something and say it's broken, take a picture of it, and then I'll get my money back. Vicky says hi to ya. Oh, you peed on that too? Good girl. Hey, come here. Tia said hi, Vicky. Hello, dog.
Sorry. Good morning.
Hi.
Come here, Angel.
Hot dog, you stay with me. We're going this way. What's up? You want to go poop in the woods about it? Go poop in the woods about it. Okay, good girl. Chabert said, just passing through. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Chabert. Go girl, beefy dog. Go girl. Vicky said, hi, Chabert. And Chabert said, Vicky Durham. And then put some hearts and some hugs. How cute. I love when my chat room is here, all getting along and stuff with each other. I love that. Oh, God. DeSavio Phonetico said, big, like my friend. How are you, my brother? Well, for me to be able to say that we're brothers, we would have to have the same parents. That's how. But that's an interesting question that you ask me quite often. How are you, my brother? Well, we're related. That's how I'm your brother. Hey, I got 4 thumbs up. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the 4 thumbs. This is supposed to be a peaceful walk through the park. Beefy dog. Just a peaceful walk through the park. Just enjoying ourselves. Not rushing it. Alright, pee on that too. Alright, go girl. What's going on, everybody? Come on, let's talk about it. Baby dog, what are you doing? You gonna pee on that too? Okay. Good girl. Yeah. I go slow, sorry. Come on. Come on over here. Yeah, come on. All right, come on.
Come here. Angel, come here.
Hot dog, you are not being a good girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't mind. We go slow. They're not here to play with you. Look, they're doing their own thing. They're not here to play with you. Beefy dog, you told me you were going to behave. You told me you were going to behave today. Now I got to replace that pinned message. You're not being a good girl. We got 6 thumbs up now, so that's pretty good. Vicky says hi, DeSafio Phonetico. Hi to you. Your name translates to challenge. Hey, you don't get to go anywhere unless it's with me, okay? You're trying to run ahead, you don't get to do that. You gotta walk with me, Beefy dog. Yeah, it's better. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore, Beefy dog. got 6 thumbs up. It says there's 11 people in the room. I guess now would be a good time for me to give a shout out to some of my favorite live streamers on YouTube. Learning English Pro and Gravity Core Fitness and the Pity and Kitty Committee and Miss Daisy May 35. It's just a few of my favorites on YouTube. I noticed a lot of people have been taking a break over the summertime. Probably seemed like I was taking a break over the summertime. I was just sick though. I was really sick. I'm getting over a double ear infection, and it fucking sucks. Yeah, I know a lot of people like have kids, so they're taking care of their kids over the summer, or they themselves have the summer off, so they're like doing stuff like vacation and stuff instead of live streaming. Somebody told me once that in the summertime live streaming sort of takes a lull anyway. Like there's less people watching and there's less people live streaming too in the summertime. So that's pretty interesting. Beaky dog. To the park. Dominic Pena Marino said yes. Dominica? Why are you saying yes? What are you talking about? ¿Por qué? Sí. Se dice sí. ¿Por qué? All right, pee on that, beefy dog. Good girl. Good girl. Oh my goodness. Beefy dog. Beefy dog, are you thirsty? I think we're gonna cut it. We did half a mile. I'm gonna go walk back to the car now and give my dog some water and then maybe keep going, I guess. I didn't know there's bathrooms back here. Yeah, is that open? Awesome. I'm gonna go to the bathroom right now, you guys. There's a water fountain back here too. Okay. We're just gonna turn the camera off and we're gonna mute it for a second. I'm in the bathroom if anybody asks. All right, give me a second. Oh, the water fountain doesn't work. Of course not. All right. Okay. Tia said okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna feel the cement and see if the cement is too hot for a dog. Oh, she's okay. Good girl. Good girl, come with me. Vicky said hi. Tia said okay. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's doing? There's these two old ladies walking around. And they both have the same breed of dog. Some sort of like giant poodle. Or regular sized poodle, I guess I should say. Because the smaller ones are called mini poodles and the other ones are just called regular poodles. Frenchy frostbite. Frenchy frostbite, welcome back in. Let's go back here, beefy dog. I think we can make it through. Yeah, we can. Yeah, there's these two old ladies walking around with these two brown, big poodles, looking dogs, and they're not on the leash. It's kind of upsetting me. And then they asked me if I could like step aside so that they could pass me. Um, and that's like, I guess that was nice of them to ask permission or whatever. But also, it seemed pretty rude. It seemed pretty rude while it was happening to me. They're like, excuse me, can we get past you? I was like, fuck you. And she said, I mashed it. We got 7 thumbs up now. Good job, everybody. I'm starting to get a headache. Oh, it's rude when dogs aren't on a leash. Yeah, it is. We've had this conversation before a few times in my channel. But, yeah, at any moment, like, anything could happen, you know? Just because their dogs behave when they're off the leash doesn't mean that some other dog that's off the leash isn't going to just run up. Like, you never know. And those dogs were pretty well behaved off the leash. But like, if they're going to be off the leash, who's to stop somebody else from coming off the leash with their dog and getting into a fight? And you're like, well, they had their dogs off the leash, so I can have my dog off the leash. And I can also have you, like, reported, get in trouble for having your dog off the leash. Dogs are animals. At the end of the day, still, they're just animals, and they have, like, gut instincts. And if something happens, they could run, or they could get violent, or protective, or whatever it takes, Um, uh, Tia says, do you need caffeine or aspirin or water or something? Maybe. No, I think it's because I got fighting off this double ear infection, so I'm at the tail end of it. I've had a massive headache the whole time, and it's been getting smaller recently. Vicky said, hi, Frenchie, bye, worthy. Hi and or bye, everybody. I think I'm going to sit a bit. I think I need a second. No! Oh, they're setting up the hockey goals. I mean, soccer. Stupid stabworthy. They're setting up the soccer goals. I was wondering what what was that snack booth over there used for? Like, what sports did they do in this field over here? But I know they also had earlier this week they had like an event celebrating the township for 250 years, and there was like a bunch of like there was like fire trucks and stuff here, and there was like people here selling T-shirts and Frosties and soft pretzels and stuff. But then after that, at the end of the night, it was like fireworks, and there's a bunch of people hanging out in the field. Here we are at the pavilion with the picnic benches. That's nice and shady, isn't that, Beefy Dog? That's good for you. There's nobody here inside my chat room. There's nobody here inside my chat room. There's nobody inside my chat room. It's empty in my chat room. Hey, now there's one person in my chat room. Hey, what's up? uh, Scared him away. I was all by myself. No one was looking. I was all by myself. Oh yeah, did I mention I was all by myself? I was all by myself. I went to your house and no one was there. I went into your room. I was all by myself. You and me had such wonderful times when I'm all by myself. Hey, we got 8 thumbs up. Interesting. That's 8 more thumbs than we had a minute ago. We got 8 thumbs up now. I'm stabworthy. This is Beefy Dog. We're doing our morning walk time, but we're just taking a little break, just sitting in the shade. It's nice and breezy here too. It feels good. Hey, what kind of dog do you think this is? Anybody? Oh, good girl, Beefy Dog. Good girl. If your guess was Beefy, you're right. She's a beefy dog. Beefy Dog. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You are. If somebody was here watching, maybe, or participating, maybe then this doggy could get this doggy treat. What do you guys in the chat room think? You think I should give her this? Think she earned it? I think she's earned it. She's behaving pretty good right now. Good girl, Beefy Dog. Good girl. Here, do you want this beefy treat? Oh, she knows beefy treat. Good girl, Beefy Dog. Good girl. It says says Chabert, Tia, and DeSafio are in the room right now. I don't know if that's true. I guess not. Nobody's in the room now. Just me and my dog in the park. Nice, peaceful morning in the park. Just hanging out, doing nothing in the park. We were doing a walk, but we're not doing that anymore. We stopped that. We're taking a break. Dog need to lie down. She's almost 10 years old, you guys. I don't want to be pushing her. She pushed me. I don't want to push her. Hey guys. There's nobody in the chat room. Joseph said hello again. Evening. Joseph, what's up? Welcome back. From the Philippines. What's up? Welcome back, Philippines. Hi, Vicky. Thanks for being here. Hi, Joseph. Thank you also for being here. How's your day? How's Thursday? Was Thursday okay? I need to know. I have not experienced a full Thursday yet, but you have. So can you please tell me what's gonna happen? Please tell me what's gonna happen. It's Thursday. Vicky, what are you doing? What are you doing today, Vicky? Guys, should I walk over there to the hose and get some water out of the hose? Or should we just go back to the car? Because I got some water at the car, too. What do you guys think? Should we walk over there to where the garden hose is and get some water for the dog, or should we just wrap it up? What do you guys think? Vicky says I'm staying home taking care of the cat. Tia said yes. Should we get BB Dog some water and keep going, or should we just wrap it up? What do you guys want to do? Should we stick around or just end it in 5 minutes? Tia says keep going. That's one vote. That's one vote for keep going. Vicky said go back to the water. Okay, but then should I get some water and then keep going, or should we just go back to the car and get some water and wrap it up? That was the question. Vicky Durham 9574. Because we're getting some water either way. This dog needs some water. It's no question. She needs some water whether we keep going or if we just go home and relax. Tia said don't go away. All right, Tia. You win this time. Beefy Dog. Come with me, Beefy Dog. Whoa. Oh, you peed on it. Good girl, Beefy Dog. Vicky said don't go away. All right, well, if you guys want me to stick around, you got to talk to me. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm going to need some more thumbs also. All right, you guys. Beefy Dog. Walk with me, Beefy Dog. you thirsty? What if I just like spray you a little bit, cool you down? Does that feel good, beefy dog? Does that feel good? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, my phone got a little bit wet. But please bear with me. I'm not sure what's going on. Tia said, okay, when I was growing up, we had Tony's. We had a brown and white one that had a white ring around its tail on its butt, and her name was Lady, and spots, and she was Misty. And we had 16 white, all female, and they never laid any eggs that I know of. And my stepdad could have been picking up the eggs early in the morning, telling us that they didn't lay. We had 3 rabbits in a huge hutch that was off the ground pretty high up, 2 girls and a boy, and they kept having babies every year, and somehow the babies would get out. Sister had 2 guinea pigs. Let's talk about it, Tia. Come on. We lived on 3 acres, and 1 acre was all apple trees, and we had 2 cherry trees, a pear tree and a plum tree, and a huge grape arbor that used to get poison ivy among the leaves, and I was the only one that could get the ivy out and pull it all out and not be allergic to it. Nice, dude. I'm also unallergic to it. I just recently that I and poison oak, like all those, they're all related to each other, and so if you're allergic to one, pretty much you're allergic to the other ones too. And you can expect the same type of reaction as well. 1 acre was a huge 2-story barn and a horse run, and the other acre had the house in the front yard and the backyard, and it was 1.5 car garage and 2 sheds. Tia, how about some current events? How about something that like something that's happening now? Or unless you're telling all of me unless you're telling me all of this stuff, like with a purpose, is there a point at the end? Like at the end, you're gonna say like, oh, we had all this stuff. We had like multiple animals and acres and trees and fruit trees and big barn and all this stuff, and then somebody burned it down. Like, like, is there a point to this story? Too fast to track said, are you selling the acre? How much? Too fast to track coming in hot. Not even gonna say hello. Just asking to buy shit. No, not beefy dog. Stay with me, beefy dog. What are you doing? Beefy dog, when you put your whole face in the bush like that, cuts on your face. That's how you get all cut up, beefy dog. Last week she had a big cut on her chin. Too fast to track said, oops, sorry, hi, how was your day? Our day's just getting started, man. It's a little bit after 10 o'clock. Oh, no, I think it's closer to 10:30. We're getting towards the end of this live stream, though. Ooh. Can you see that tree that broke off? Split. That's crazy looking. It's split right at yeah, that is wild. Alright, baby dog. Calm yourself. Too Fast to Track said 4 a.m. is my start time, and it makes me feel like I do more. Well, I did wake up around, I want to say 6. Usually I wake up between like 4 and 7 a.m. And I go to sleep between like 10 and 1 a.m. Tia said I looked on Google Earth to see what happened to the property, and they sold the acre that had the apple trees on it, and they moved down all the apple trees. They mowed down all the apple trees so they could build a second house on that part of the land. Oh, yeah. Should have kept the trees and put a house in front of the barn. Too Fast to Track said, do you ever wonder if wild apple trees come up? No. Tia says current events is we have a psycho president who's trying to kill everyone. I've been staying away from the news for the last couple of weeks because I've been, like dealing with my own shit. I've been sick. Before that, I moved away from my home. Yeah, I've not been keeping up with current events. Too Fast to Track said, Tia, Miss Daisy May 35 is here. She said, hey, Worthy. Hi, Beefy Dog. Hi, Miss Daisy May 35. You know, when you're in my chat room, you can call me stabworthy. I'm not going to report you or anything. Or you can go back to calling me Stab. Tia said there's no such thing as wild apple trees. Apple trees come from apple seeds, which come from apples. Too Fast to Track said, sorry about your psycho president. Our president, Trump, will help your country. Sunglasses face and then rippling biceps emoji. Too Fast to Track. This is your first time in my chat room, isn't it? I recognize your screen name though. I think I met you in somebody else's live stream. But yeah, it's telling me that this is your first time here, but I've definitely seen your name before. Yes, birds eat the apples and then they drop the seeds everywhere. That's true. When I was a kid, I thought you could just like dump seeds in the ground, but nah, they have to germinate. And the way that the seeds germinate is that they're inside the bellies of animals, and then the animals poop them out. And then they go in the ground. And then after they've been germinated, then they're ready to sprout roots. But until they're germinated, they're just going to stay as a seed in the ground. It'll just stay as a seed. You got to germinate that seed. Some people put it in the ground and then they dump like tons and tons of water on it. That's one way to do it, I guess. Because that'll work if you just keep dropping tons and tons of water on it. Also, that's why people do hydro. That's what hydro growing is, hydroponics. They just leave the seed in the water, and yeah, that's the root starts to sprout and everything. Too Fast to Track said, I troll you all the time. I just never have time to talk because I'm working. Your channel activity says that this is your first time in my chat room saying anything, though. Are you on a different screen name when you come in here? I've seen an apple tree that was not part of an apple orchard, but I guess it, I mean, how much public property is there really? Like, I'm a bit surprised that there's no apple trees like in any park or anything like that. Some place that's like public land. But like, I don't know. I feel like you could say that about most plants. Like, most plants can't be found in the wild because somebody owns that property. Right? Am I right? Am I thinking about this the wrong way? Too Fast to Track said you busted me. I do have a couple of accounts. Plus, you scared away all my people when you said that President Trump is going to help whatever psycho president that Tia has. Because, yeah, obviously. Can we talk about that blonde lady that like is literally everywhere that Trump is? Not the press secretary or whatever, like the one that is like his personal assistant, or she like uh, changes his diaper every time he poops his pants because he is incontinent. He literally fully lost control of his bowels. So we need somebody to like change him, and there's like a diaper bag chained to the nuclear launch codes briefcase, because wherever the president goes, the diaper bag goes, and the nuclear launch codes go with. Miss Daisy May said that's true, Worthy. She's his hospice nurse because he's dying. Yeah, exactly. That's his. That's what I'm saying. That's that lady that follows him around all the time with the diaper bag because he can't control himself anymore. He's fucking dying. And it's pretty gross that he's gonna die with no accountability. And then everybody who likes Trump is gonna say, "Oh, well, he never went to jail for it." But that's because you guys voted him back into the office. That's literally why he didn't serve time or do anything. The judge openly admitted it, that's why he didn't really get punished for those 34 felonies. He was like, yeah, well, he's going to be president, so we're just going to not punish him. You can look that up for yourselves, everybody. Too Fast to Track said she must drink a lot of coffee because he's a fast guy. Miss Daisy May 35 said he's a piece of garbage and should be in jail. Yeah. That's really good to hear you say, Miss Daisy May 35. I should have known because you're really a New Yorker, but I know that you spend a lot of time in Florida. And I know that like over a certain age, most Trump voters are over a certain age, and you never want to talk about politics. So I was just like, I don't know. Maybe Miss Daisy May is a Trump supporter. But it's good to hear you say that. He's a piece of shit and should be in jail. See, I'm from New Jersey, one of those blue states. Do with that information what you will. But, you know. Also, I'm from southern New Jersey by Atlantic City, where Trump hired a lot of people and infamously didn't pay them. Like, he's infamous for that. Hiring a bunch of construction workers and then not paying them. And it's like 1 out of every like 4th person around here like knows somebody who worked for Trump because he'd done so much business down here, especially in Atlantic City. And yeah, he's a scumbag. He always was and always will be. It does make me sick when people say like, "Oh, well, why didn't he get punished if those felonies were real?" It makes me fucking sick. Like, because you idiots voted him back in, and that's why he didn't get punished. And it's not like some loophole that presidents aren't allowed to be punished. It's the fact, like, the judge decided that because he got reelected that he couldn't really sentence him. And that's what's written down as the official reason. So, fuck all you guys. Tia said if he was born poor and black, the story would have been very different. Too Fast to Track said, I pay a lot of taxes, so I'm for getting rid of the stupid taxes. All right, then. Go North Then West said hi with the hand wavy. Hi. Is there a politics discussion here? What the heck? LOL. OL. Too Fast to Track said, I'm in California, so I know all the corrupt Democrats. Well, I'm from Jersey. Like I said, it's one of those blue states, but also it's like we're not immune to corruption. That's why Trump likes it here so much. That's why all the mobsters liked it here so much. Like in some fashion, Atlantic City is still very much run by the mob. Anyway, my aunt, who lived down here in southern New Jersey with us, my aunt worked at the Taj Mahal, the casino. And she was the head of her department, and her department was like uniform. All the waiters, all the blackjack dealers, like everybody. She was in charge of everybody's work uniforms. And she would have meetings with Trump in the room, and he said that like she this was way back in the day, before Trump was even. This is like when he was like first getting his show on TV. Like Trump was barely even a TV guy at this point. When I heard this story, and she said Trump wouldn't listen to anything that she said, and then he would just like pass over her and talk to the guys, even when some of the guys were lower in the company than her. So like he wouldn't pay attention to her unless when he had to. This is part B. Unless if she was talking and he had to look at her, he never looked her in the eyes, always looked right at her tits when she was talking. And then, yeah, like I said, just pretty much ignored everything that she said as well. And like, I knew back then, I was a kid, I was like, that's not good man behavior. That's bad man behavior. I seen Back to the Future 2. When Biff turns into Donald Trump and he's like the rich asshole with the stupid haircut. I seen that movie when I was a kid and I understood back then. Tia said the only way you can get rid of all your taxes is if you're a billionaire. Miss Daisy May said there's corruption on both sides. Don't be stupid. Tia said, I just had an Amazon delivery notification. I'm going to run down to the mailbox. I'll be right back. Dang, is the mailbox so far away they have to tell us you're leaving? Miss Daisy May, some orange angry emojis. Yeah, I think it's super obvious that Trump was the blueprint for Biff in Back to the Future 2 when he's like older and he's rich and Marty's dad is dead, so Biff is married to Marty's mom and he's abusive and shit. It's so clearly Donald Trump. And like I'm a pretty face, but I have a brain inside of my skull too. So like I was able to put two and two together. I'm like, oh, that's Donald Trump, the bad guy in the movie. Like, so he's a bad guy in real life. You know, when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And then, yeah, later when I was like 11, 12, 13, that was when I used to hear all of my aunt's like horror stories about Donald Trump as her boss. Yeah, when I was like maybe like 14 or 15, that was like when she stopped working for him. So yeah. Yeah. And anybody who will just like not pay attention to a woman and will just like stare at their tits the whole time while they're talking, like, first of all, fuck you. But like, even like more importantly than that, like, that's my aunt. She's a really smart lady. She got that job because she earned it. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Miss Daisy May said, "Oh wow, that's so disrespectful. I love you, Worthy." Aw, we love you too. Fuck you, Donald Trump. He's our psycho president that's trying to kill everybody. That's what got this whole convo started. It is really gross that he's not going to be held accountable, because if he dies in office, come on. I know that everything that he's putting his name on right now, like the JFK Donald Trump Airport and the Donald Trump Learning Center or whatever, like yada yada, everything he's putting his name on, like that's all going to come down as soon as he's like out of office / dead. Which is to say, like, if he even makes it for the next 2.5 years, which he may or may not. Yo, somebody was saying that Joe Biden died in like 2018 or 2019. And the whole time he was in office, he was an actor. Like, if you crazy people can believe that Joe Biden was an actor the whole time, like, they can't get a guy in there to be Donald Trump. A guy that's not gonna be insane in front of the press, and like a guy that they can control better. Like, why wouldn't they do that? You guys are nuts. Doesn't it make you want to puke that he's doing that? Yeah, everything that he's doing. Everything. I'm not even sure what you're referring to, but yeah, whatever he's doing, I'm gonna throw up. No matter what he does, I'm gonna throw up. Oh yeah, putting his name on all those institutions. Yeah, and there's a statue of him in Florida, right? It's like a golden statue in a public place. Or is that at Mar-a-Lago? But yeah, I never liked Donald Trump. I never had a reason to like him. I had a lot of reasons not to like him, especially living down here in South Jersey around Atlantic City, where most of us know somebody who worked for him directly or indirectly. Blows my mind that people around here could vote for him. It wouldn't be safe in public. It's probably at Mar-a-Lago. He's putting his name on buildings and shit. His star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood gets defaced like constantly, which is pretty awesome. I think that's pretty awesome. Remember a couple of years ago, Donald Trump's ex-wife, the non-disclosure agreement, like the gag order that Donald Trump's ex-wife had signed, it was about to be up because it was like it had been 30 years or whatever, however long it's been. So she was gonna start talking, and then she mysteriously died and fell down the steps, and then got buried not at a real cemetery, but at the goddamn golf course. She got buried at the golf course. So number one, like, they can't dig her up because it's not at a regular cemetery. It's at a private business. And then also they get a tax break because their golf course now has somebody buried there. So they get some sort of like church tax break for it. It's so distasteful. Oh my God. And you can look all that up. Like, she was silenced. She signed a piece of paper that silenced her for X amount of years, and that deal was ending, and then she was killed mysteriously, right? And also, she was about to go to court. She was going to go to court and testify against him for one of his many lawsuits. I don't remember which one. That was the same wife that said that Donald Trump had like a book of Hitler's speeches by his bed every night, and that was like his nighttime reading material. It was a book of speeches that Hitler did. Dirty Chef is here. Said, "Hey, what's up, Stabworthy and everyone? What's up, Dirty Chef?" Miss Daisy said, "Hi, Chef." And Dirty Chef said, "Hiya, Daisy." We're just talking about how Donald Trump used to have a book of Hitler's speeches by his bedside. His wife said that in the 90s in an interview. And now Donald Trump is doing real Hitler shit. And everybody's known since the 90s when his wife did the interview. Everybody's known since the 90s that he's hanging out reading Hitler's speeches every night. Dirty Chef said Trump is a moron. I mean, did he do something recently? I'm sure he did. I've been not paying attention to the news for the last month. Okay, Leafy Dog. Trump comes from a family of draft dodgers and fraudsters. His family was kicked out of Germany because of that. You guys know that? Do you guys know that for real? Do you guys know that? I'm serious. People like to talk about Trump's dad and how he's like a rich guy and gave Donald Trump a silver spoon in his mouth growing up and all that shit, but like, do a little research about what the German Trump family was doing before they moved to America. They got kicked out. I don't concern myself with the news. You just got to keep living, man. Livin. Yo, they are absolutely counting on the fact that we're not going to pay attention to the news because they want to do fucked up shit continuously every single day and not get called out for it. I'm serious. They're counting on the fact that they've been doing so much crazy shit over the last decade. They're being so insane, the Republicans. They're counting on the fact that they're being so insane over the last decade that they're going to continue being insane, and it's been like normalized to now, and people are not going to pay attention or care. So then they can start doing their dark agenda, which is already happening, like ICE and the torture chambers and all that shit. They will, and there's absolutely nothing we can do to change it. Well, yeah, not with that attitude, mister. Not with that attitude, mister. One of my, Miss Daisy, I hope you're still here. One of my favorite live streamers that I don't talk about because he's already super famous. He doesn't need my help. His name is Parker, last name Get a Job. He live streams every day for like 4 or 5 hours. And he talks to Trump supporters and tries to change their mind, basically. Just watch Parker Get a Job for like 2 or 3 days, and you'll basically have heard everything you need to hear. Dirty Chef said, I'm not being a dick or anything. I just see the road ahead. That's what they want you to think, though. So you can continue like being like a puppet. Like that's what doing nothing and just like trying to survive. Like like they're punishing us. They're trying to make it so that we don't care, dude. And so that all we're doing is like worrying about just surviving and not be able to have enough energy to be empathetic anymore. But you can't let them do it to you. The minute we all stop caring about each other, that's when it gets really, really bad. If there's enough people that still care about each other, it's not going to get that bad. Dirty Chef said, I still care. I just don't have the means to change anything, so I just work my ass off and take care of my dad. Yeah, that's what they want. They're trying to work everybody to the bone to where that they don't have the means to do anything and they feel like they can't change anything. It's exactly what those people want. All of them. Including Joe Biden and Kamala and Barack Obama and Donald Trump and George W. Bush. They all want that. And the people who are really in charge, like the bankers and shit, the businessmen and CEOs, that's exactly what they want. Keep getting rich off the backs of working class people. And work those working class to the bone to where they don't care anymore and they can't rise up. Like you're describing like nobility, like European serfs in the in the 12th century. Like I'm serious. Savvy, what are your thoughts on what we should do? Literally anything before it's too late. What we should do, a lot of what I'm gonna say of what we should be like, that shit should have already been done. So now at this point in 2026, like what should we do? It's getting to the point where just like literally anything. Anything, like before it's too late. Because you know, the whole Middle East thing that's happening right now because of that. I feel like there's going to be a situation where some country or like possibly the UN itself or maybe like NATO or that's what I was thinking of, NATO. All those armies that we're supposed to be a part of, but then we decided we don't want to do that anymore. NATO could possibly step in and do like a whole liberation for us. I don't know what other country really could do it. It would if some country like Russia or China tried to pop in and be like, you know, we're stopping President Trump. I can't even believe the words I just said. Like honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like we have to do something, or else some other country or group of countries is going to band together and feel like they're liberating us. Beefy searching hard. Tia says, I'm back. I went to the bathroom and I got a cup of ice and I got my mail and I put juice in my cup. Excellent. All those people that got pardoned on January 6th, that was a huge mistake. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, because like punishing the people, I feel like that's the last thing. Like the higher ups, like Trump himself, he needs to be held accountable. And everyone who orchestrated Donald Trump getting back into office, like Elon Musk. There are other countries that want to put Elon Musk on trial for the shit that he did. And what was I saying? I lost my train of thought a little bit. Because it's so crazy. It's like, what should we do now? Like, what we should have done was like a few years ago. It's too late now. I feel like, well, it's not that it's too late, but like most of my plan, it's too late to engage my plan, because yeah, that shit already had been done. And coming up with a new plan of like, now what do we do starting in 2026? Like, I'm not sure anymore. Maybe like pad the Supreme Court and take care of it that way. I think also like redrawing the district lines at the last minute, whatever they were trying to do down south, and I believe maybe Texas or Louisiana or somewhere around there. We got to fix that. Opal Rose said, my discharge papers got sent in for probation. I may be getting off early. Ooh. Tia said, we live in the craziest timeline in history. I heard that this regime has already committed every single thing that Goring was sentenced for during the Nuremberg trials. They've already done it all. Yeah. Like, what's his face? Pete Hegseth? When they killed those dudes in the Caribbean, right? That they were already shipwrecked, and they were hanging on for dear life, and they sent another missile in there, right? Remember that, you guys? Why are all those guys still in their positions? Get them out. Every single thing that Trump has done that goes against the Constitution and like all the amendments, like he's like badmouthed or tried to reverse like all the amendments, like every single one. Him and his administration, the previous one and the current one put together, like he's fucked up every single part of our Constitution. Heritage Foundation is running Project 2025. Yep, they are, and they're handing him papers and having him sign them. Yep, they're doing that. 100% true. Tia said, I don't believe Trump has ever read the Constitution. He doesn't even know what the Declaration of Independence is, and he actually believes that the copy of the Declaration of Independence that's in his office is the real one. And I doubt if he's read any of the Bill of Rights, and he just doesn't like that they're not letting him do what he wants. He's a spoiled child. Yeah, he thinks that president of the country is like president of a company. And when he is president of his companies, and he literally is, like, he just does whatever he wants. You're right. And he wants the country to be like that, where he's like, well, I'm the president, so just whatever I say. And it's not like that at all. It's not supposed to be like that. It never was supposed to be like that. That's why Congress exists. That's why the Supreme Court exists. The checks and balances. It's not just two parties hugging each other. There's three branches of the government that are supposed to check each other for a reason. It's like that for a reason. Tia said he's made several statements where he said that he wants to be treated the same way that Kim Jong-un is treated in his country, and where the military just stands up and at attention. And I listed 15 times when he praised the dictators. Also, his dad was in the KKK. Also, he got in trouble in the 70s for not renting out to black people, specifically because they're black. They would get a little letter C on their little application. If they were to fill out an application to be in one of his buildings, they're instructed to put a little C, like, in the corner, and that means that they're colored, and that means that they don't get rented to. And that's a thing that really happened, and he went to court for that. Back in the 70s. And everyone that says, Trump, he's not a racist, he never was a racist. No, like, he always was. He always was like that. And then people are like, oh, well, name one time he's been racist. Like, oh, he had to go to court for it. It's in legal documents. It's not just like him being accused of saying something dirty at a party. Like, and you want to know something else, you guys? Do you want to know something else? Hey, we got 11 thumbs up. Thank you. No, I will tell you something else. Wait a minute. First of all, Tia said he would just love to have as much power as Kim Jong-un, who just kills anyone who goes against him. And Ivana's father was a KGB agent. And I have a very long list of things that Trump has done that's very racist in his lifetime. Yeah, true. It's not just the thing I said. There's a lot of very gross things that Trump has done publicly because he lives a public life. And that's not by accident. That's something that Trump craves. Like, he wanted the spotlight. He's not just like some athlete that's popular and now everybody follows him around. He's not like a singer that put out an album and now people want to follow him around. Like, he was cultivating that fame purposely his whole life. He was craving it, the attention. And while simultaneously being very racist in the public eye. So yeah, miss me with that. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, we were talking about Trump being racist in the 70s. Um, I'm gonna tell you something else, you guys. Back in the 1770s, there was people that were saying like the biggest irony in America is that they claim to be a free nation with one hand, and the other hand they're whipping their slaves. Like people knew that it was wrong back then. It wasn't just a different time. I don't want to hear that bullshit at all, because even back then people knew it was wrong. And that includes the founding fathers. A lot of them even wrote about it, how it was wrong, and like they had regretted that they had to keep their financial status situated, so they kept their slaves and yada yada. But then also behind doors they were fucking all their slaves too, and and then they weren't freed. They weren't freed. Even their own children that were slaves were not freed. How could you? How could you do that? That's Tia said, should I post a list on my channel? Yeah, all of it, everything. So I was talking about Jefferson just now, but that was most of the politicians and founding fathers. They had slaves, including our first president, George. Tia said, I do post statistics underneath pictures in the comments sections, but I don't think I've ever had the title list be the racist one. I could do a separate racist one. Yeah, let's spread it around. Show it to everyone you know. We got 12 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Beefy Dog, come over here. I'm going to turn the water on. Let's see if Beefy Dog will drink some of this water right here. Ooh, she walked right to it. Okay. Here, I got to turn the water on, Beefy Dog. Here you go. Oh, she's so cute. Are you going to drink some more water? All right. Turn it off. All right. It says there's one person in my chat room. I guess I scared everybody away with all the Trump talk. That's all right. Tia said, I see 13 thumbs up. Yeah, I think the chat room always does see one extra one. Beefy Dog, we're almost back at the car. We're almost done, Beefy Dog. Tia Fireball has one hand raised up in the air, like a student in a classroom. Would you like to ask a question, Tia Fireball? Is that what's happening right now? Go north then west. definitely got scared away. She came in and she's like, "Oh, politics," and then didn't say anything else ever again. I think she left. Tia, I actually missed a message from you way back. I'm scrolling through the chat right now. I should be on all messages. Okay. Tia said, I heard you talking about Parker. I love Parker and Dean. And what's that other guy's name? Are you talking about Santana? Oh yeah, Tia was raising her hand and saying she's the one person in the chat room. Gotcha. I like Parker the best. But I saw Dean on that one YouTube show that's like one person versus 100 person, and that was like a year or two ago. And then I started watching Dean, and then Parker would pop in on Dean's channel, and I just like him better because Dean freaks out a little too often and starts yelling, and I don't know about my PTSD. I just like Parker better. He's more calm about things, and he's better at staying calm when he talks to people online. And like I know that Dean can do it because I've seen him debate like in public and also in that other the first video that I watched him in where it was him versus 100 people. Tia said I love Santana too, but I'm talking about that redheaded guy. I don't know who that is. I don't know who's the redheaded guy. I just know. Wait a minute. Are you talking about that guy that sits in with Dean sometimes? And he has a bit of a speech impediment. You talking about that guy? Because I like him a lot too. I just don't know what his name is. I don't know if that's Brian. That's the only guy I can think of that you might be talking about. Santana is one of my faves. His perspective is awesome. I love watching him. But I still think Parker is the best at just like keeping calm. And sometimes he'll like make fun of people, and he's actually funny. I think Santana is like more funny than not, but I think like Parker, I think his wit is like his wit is like more sharp, and he doesn't cut too often, but then when he does, it's like so fucking good. I grew Parker in with Adam Mockler and Harry Sisson. Yo, Adam Mockler and Luke Beasley. I got those two guys confused with each other for the longest time because they basically do the same content, and they're just like two young guys with like short, like brownish blonde kind of hair, and I don't know, it's like two white guys. I couldn't keep them apart. Harry Sisson. That name does like sound familiar, but I just don't know. I don't watch that person. Do you want some more water, Beefy Dog? Are you thirsty? Ah, good girl. Yo, Vicky told me don't go away. Ow. Fuck, I just knocked my head into the wall. Ow, I'm stupid. But yeah, I was saying like an hour ago, Vicky was one of the people that convinced me to stick around and keep live streaming, and she's been gone for the longest time. I like Dean a lot. I like Santana a little bit more, but I like Parker the best, I think. And sometimes he'll do like a Star Wars joke. I think that's what it is. Parker really he won me over when he started doing a Star Wars bit one night. Tia dropping names in the chat room. Let's give these people a shout out, I guess. Daniel X Star, Ending Maga, Queen Lily Young, Moved to Japan, Benny Loco Loves, I'm Trill Will, V Media, the Angry Ginger, Street Smart Politics, Boston Rob, Diane Russell Live, Black Money Core, Gunny Speaks Out. Here we go. Pickles, Eggs, BSW, the podcast, Politics with Matt, Jeremiah, SR 8297, Great Lakes Unfiltered, The Lounge 8385, Scott Johnson Explains, Guy Williams 6569, Johnny Palmadessa. Ooh, I love Johnny Palmadessa too. I forgot about him. I love him too. Ooh, I do. I do. He's from my area of the country, so I think that maybe that helps. He's also fucking hilarious. Set Media React, Darth _MB, allegedly Ian, RTP Talks, Zero Dark Tony, Rennie Raid, Joel Reads Bible, Dougie Lifts, Sage Outcast, Jar of Olives, Political Voices Network, Mezzo _WS, Joven _Bradley, Roni IQ, Cliffs _Edge, Jimmy Snow, Eric Ashante, That Guy Doesn't Exist, Bulky Thoughts, Hector Talks, Deconstruction Zone, Galactic Streamboard, Pop Talks TV, DG47 Arms, Poly Politics, Just Moni Duh, Aunt T Feed, About the Facts for Real, Facts with the Z, Santana Speaks for You, love him, we were just talking about him. Tia, you stop now. Jen Express, Lady Letitia, Casual Revolt, Parker 46, Evidence First YT, Shocking Guy, U.S. Army Overlord, Achilles 6, 846, U.S. Army Overlord, Achilles 6, 846. Oh, I just said those two. My bad. We Unlock Nation, Adam Cry, Dan 11, 33. Async Network, Angry Biracial, Bill Jabrian, Mock Me Hard, Tom Powell Jr., Tiny Hands Productions 2025, Keith Edwards, I know him, Tell the People Media, Where's _Nana, Shocking Guy, Tizzy N, I think I know Tizzy, Whispers in the Wind, -72, Hawk Podcasts, Sam from the Internet, Godless Gardener, Lamont Tyson, and last but not least, at Adam Mockler. Woo! Starting to get lightheaded. Also, I did just hit my head a couple minutes ago. On the That's a lot, Tia. I hope it feels good. Beefy dog, good girl. Good girl, beefy dog. Texas Paul and Tennessee Brando. All right, two more. Tia, that was your two extras. All right, you got Texas Paul and Tennessee Brando. No more after that. I think I know Texas Paul though. Tia said you have to be careful. What do I have to be careful about? Tia said, I'm so glad we have so many good people on our side. Do you know David Pakman? And I started watching David Pakman maybe like 5 years ago. And then Johnny Holt's 5550 is here. Well. What do we have here? Are you having a great day? It's been a minute. We're almost back at the car. We've been walking for 2 hours. We took a few breaks here and there. Now she's sitting in the shade again. Beefy dog, we're almost back at the car. I got some water, more water for you at the car. She just drank a bunch of water too. Beefy dog's tired. Hey, we got 13. We got 13 thumbs. Beefy dog, you're so cute. Johnny Holt 5550, what's up, man? Yo, you know what? I always wanted to ask, what is your profile picture? It looks like a sunset, but there's like something in front of it, but I can't tell what it is. Tia said you have to be careful and not hit your head. That's true. That's just good life advice for everybody. All right, everybody, all you listeners out there, everybody else, all you guys in the chat room, you have to be careful and not hit your head. Or wear a helmet. Johnny Holt, we sat down for a little bit at the picnic benches in the shade. Yeah, we walked like a mile and a half all together. I don't want to push her though, because that's a lot for us. Usually we just do a mile at a time. But we took a few breaks here and there. We took a few breaks, that's for sure. Also, I walk slow. I walk slow. There was these old ladies that had the two dogs that looked exactly the same. The ladies looked exactly like each other too. But yeah, their two dogs looked like each other, and they were not on leashes, and they're bigger than my dog, and they're well behaved, thank goodness, and nothing happened. But they got like really uncomfortably close to us because I was like around the corner behind this building, and they just let their dogs walk in front of them. And I mean, that's why you got to put your dog on the leash. Like there's rules. The rules here at this park are very simple, actually. You gotta put your dog on a leash. You gotta put your dog on that leash. Johnny Holt said, shit, I forgot, I'll make it 14 likes, thumbs ups. Tia said Daniel Starr is in Jersey also. Ah, cool. Is he cool? Those are all your lefty liberal channels. Come here, beefy dog. Tia said my mom's son used to get so mad at me when he would hurt himself, and I would say, be careful, and he'd be like, it's a little late now. Nah, but it's good to hear that while you're freshly in pain. Like you're hurting really, really bad, and then somebody says, be careful, because then you associate the pain with the thought of being careful next time. Pain is a learning tool. That's what it is. Pain is a learning tool, including emotional pain. Also a learning tool, because emotional pain hurts this in the same area of your brain as physical pain. You know that? Johnny Holt said, I'm trying to keep up what you're saying, but my connection to you keeps breaking up a little bit. Ooh, is my connection bad for everybody? Sorry. Mostly I'm just reading the chat room, but also I was talking about how pain is a learning tool, and that pain is important, and it's helpful, including emotional pain. I said I had some water for you in the car, and I sure do, beefy dog. Here, let's go. Let's do it. Are you thirsty? That's it? That's all you want? Tia said I go through the live chats all night long, and I go add them to a list. Here you go, beefy dog. Yeah, no, she's not thirsty. Okay. All right, well, we're back at the car now. Beefy dog, all right? All right, you got that? Johnny Holt, what's going on with you, man? You got that good internet or not? What have you been up to, man? I haven't been live streaming for the last few weeks because I was really sick. I had double ear infection. I had to get some antibiotics, but then they weren't working, so then I had to get some different antibiotics. And I also got some ear drops, and that's starting to work. Tia said you haven't got that cleared up yet. You got to take care of yourself. Well, I do have an appointment with a specialist, but that's like 3 weeks from now. Maybe closer to 2. It's like 2 weeks from now. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the eardrops are starting to work, actually. Like, I do feel better. I'm just not fully better. And somebody, I think it was Relaxing Music, had told me that I should use a heating pad, and really that worked. That was exactly what I needed. I needed that heating pad advice, because that's what worked for me. You need to make an appointment to an ear, nose, throat specialist. Yeah, I do have an appointment. He's the only guy that's like in my network that will take me, and my insurance. And yeah, I mean, anywhere that you make an appointment with a specialist, they're going to make you wait for that appointment. If you're, especially, I mean, if you're a new patient, that's how it works around here, at least. If you're a new patient, they're not going to cater to you as much as if you are already a patient of theirs, because it's more paperwork, pretty much. If you take a plastic water bottle and cut part of the bottom wall and stick it to another water bottle, you'll have a cup for your dog. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Take a plastic water bottle and cut part of the bottom wall and stick it to another water bottle. It becomes a cup? Dude, I actually have a bowl. An actual bowl for water. But I don't know if she would drink it. If she's not drinking out of the water bottle itself, I don't think putting it in a bowl is going to make her more likely to drink it. Johnny Holt said, I'm just sitting here chilling. Took the day off. I thought I'd stop and see how you were doing and your dog. The dog is alright, I guess. She's adjusting. That's what I'll say. She's adjusting still to the new place. Ooh. There's a van that just pulled into the parking lot here that says it's like for dog training. That's interesting. I wonder if they're like doing a class out here in the park. Remember a couple weeks ago when the Canadian wildfires was polluting the air quality? Well, I had like a little bit of a sore throat, and it was like, especially when I swallowed, and then it would hurt. And I thought it was just that. I thought it was just like maybe the air quality, or like also maybe like allergies or whatever. So I just let it go. And then after a week of that, it turned into like a really bad earache with a headache too that was like pretty big. And then it got in my other ear also. I don't know. My second ear also was like starting to hurt, and I went to the doctor and she's like, yeah, they're both pretty red. You got ear infections in both ears. And Beefy Dog hasn't really been getting walked. And she was starting to go stir crazy a little bit, so I've been trying to get her out to the park because I'm feeling a little bit better, but not really. Like my throat is fine. But I still got this ear. Also, when I was at the doctor, the second time I went, because I went to see the doctor twice, because the first antibiotics weren't really doing anything to help. When I was at the doctor the second time, she was inside my ear hole with her little instruments and cut the inside of my ear by accident. And then she like flushed some chemicals into my ear, and she's like, that shouldn't hurt. And I was like, well, it fucking does. It does hurt. And then she looked in there and she's like, oh yeah, I also nicked the inside of your ear. It's like, what the fuck, lady? Tia said I watch a lot of Asian TV series like from South Korea and Japan, and I fell. A woman that's from Vietnam, and everybody has these grandmas that go to the park every day and do Tai Chi exercises to stay active. You follow a woman from Vietnam, and everybody has grandmas that go to the park every day and do Tai Chi exercises. That's fun. Guys, I think we're done. It's been almost 2.5 hours. Beefy Dog's tired. Yeah, we're gonna go home. I'm getting a new refrigerator today. We love you. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody. Beefy Dog. Beefy Dog. Say goodbye. Let's go get in the car.